Welcome back students to the lecture series on introduction to AWS. As part of this series, today we will be learning how can we benefit while using various AWS services. To move on, the first benefit is all the services which are developed and provisioned over AWS platform are very much innovative, as well as the platform is fastly growing. To address this point, on AWS we get various services, we can access various services starting from virtual machines to generative AI, which is a booming technology in the market. Along with that, we can have AI tools, we can have containers, we can have Kubernetes, we can have IoT services, data analytics services, elastic MapReduce services, whatsoever service you want, we are going to get on AWS. Coming to the second advantage, the services solves common problem. The problems which are faced as a challenges at various organizations, they were being tailored and provisioned as a service, as a solution to those enterprises, not only for enterprises as well as to the individuals or small scale industries or medium scale industries. Whatsoever services they require, they are tailored as per the requirement, enabling automation. The services which are provisioned over the cloud through AWS, they are automated, such as the services EMR. You need not to recreate all together the Hadoop clusters or the Spark needs to be installed. It is already automated and it has been deployed on cloud. We are going to just access those services. We need not to recreate the service from scratch. As well as when there is a huge traffic on your web application, then auto scaling service can be enabled, where it will manage the traffic. According to the traffic, it will enhance the computing power. Fourth benefit of using AWS services are scalability or flexible capacity, or else we can say that we can enhance the configuration of computing power, where we can have scaling up of resources or scaling down of resources. As I said you that auto scaling is a feature where the services are going to be expanded as per the need or requirement, or when the traffic is huge, or when the traffic is less, then it will scale down automatically. So, scaling up or scaling down or scalability are of two types. One is vertical scalability and the other one is horizontal scalability. Vertical scalability and horizontal scalability. Let us see what is the difference between vertical scalability and horizontal scalability. If you do have a server with certain capacity or configuration, if after few days this configuration is not sufficient for a particular individual or for according to his requirement, then what we are going to do is we are going to replace the current infrastructure with a new infrastructure with more capacity or more configuration, which may meet our requirements. This happens in vertical scalability. Whereas coming to horizontal scalability, when we are adding new infrastructure to the pre-existing infrastructure through high speed LANs, then it is referred as horizontal scalability, where in AWS you can go with vertical scalability or horizontal scalability. You can scale up the resources or you can scale down the resources as per the requirement. Fifth benefit is reliability. As we know that reliability can be attained only and only if they can build against the failures, or else we can say over here fault tolerance. If a particular system is fault tolerant, then reliability is being attained. If suppose one of the server goes down, whatever data or whatever resources which we are using or we are occupied over here, those will be transferred to another server. This is being done by your load balancer. If there is a traffic which is hitting to this particular server and in somehow this server is not accessible, there might be power failure or there might be network glitch or whatsoever reason this server goes down, then what load balancer will be doing is the traffic will be routed to the another server where all the resources which are enabled over here are available on some other server. And for this AWS services maintains redundancy. So, redundancy is duplicating the data from more than one server to maintain the to make the system fault tolerant. If the system is fault tolerant, then it will give high reliability. Next advantage of using AWS services are reducing time to market. So, next benefit what we are going to get is reducing time to market. It means that whatever services which you require, they can be provisioned as and when you are going to demand for those services. As soon as you are going to demand for a particular service, it is being provisioned to you on that particular time itself, where a lot of time will be saved. Instead of going to the market, purchasing it, deploying your web application on that and so on and so forth, you can reduce your time an exponential amount of time, where you can get the whatever resources you require on demand. It will reduce time to consume the services. Next benefit is global infrastructure. As AWS services are having a widespread range network connectivity overall in the globe, you can have access to those services from anywhere, from at any time, from any device. As you can access the service in some country and you are moving to some other country, you can also access the same service from there. It means that it has a very much global reach when we are going with AWS services. And last but not the last, as there are many more benefits which we are going to get from AWS, one of the is cost effective. When we are accessing certain services over the cloud or over the AWS, then why I am saying it is very cost effective, because it will reduce your operational cost as well as your capital expenditure. What does this means? You need not to manage any of the services, you need not to monitor any of the services, neither you need to do the updates or any patching work. You need not to bother about all these things. The operational part will be managed by the AWS itself. At the same time, the upfront cost will be very much less. The upfront cost to purchase the infrastructure is very much less, because here we are going to rent the servers from AWS as well as whatever services, just like databases, whatsoever, networking, storage capacity, all these things are going to be provisioned on a rental basis, where you are not going to be going with upfront cost. As well as apart from this, how it is cost effective is where we are going to pay as we use, pay as you go or pay as you use. This is one more benefit which we are going to get in the form of cost effectiveness, where we are going to be charged only the time or the amount of resources which we are going to be accessing over the AWS. So, all these are the benefits which we are going to get when we are going with the accessing of services over AWS. That is it from this session. Thank you.